Hello, my metal friends, to quote Al Cappuccino. Well, maybe not an exact quote. Anyway, I'm really glad you're here. Long live metal. Um, I have some really cool stuff to share with you today. Retroactive Records, Boone's Overstock is part of Limited Run Vinyl. And you might be asking, what is Limited Run Vinyl? Limited Run Vinyl is an epic collaboration between Bill Baffert of Roxx Records, Scott Waters of NoLifeTilMetal Records, Greg Hayes from Girder Music and Girder Records, and myself, Matthew Hunt. And I run Boone'sOverstock.com, and we service our record labels, our in-house labels, Retroactive Records, Bombworks, and Brutal Planet Records. So anyway, the three companies are all different, but we all do limited run vinyl together. So if you go to, we put out releases all at the same time. We help promote everybody. Hold on a second. I'm going to have to turn my phone off because you know how that is. You get no calls and no text, but as soon as you're on video, you're the most popular guy on the planet. Anyway, so limited run vinyl is by the three of us plus Scott Waters from NoLifeTilMetal, who does all the graphics for us. And we put out these cool releases on vinyl, and usually there's an accompanying CD as well. So we have one single website, limitedrunvinyl.com. And if you go there and you look at the releases that we put out, each release is linked to the store that sells it. So if it's NoLifeTilMetal, or if it's Roxx, or if it's Girder, or Boone's Overstock, it's linked to whatever store it is. Now, you might be thinking, well, what about if I order from all three stores? Am I going to have to pay shipping for all three stores? Well, if you're international, the answer is yes. And if you're domestic, it's yes. But usually, under normal circumstances, many times we offer $1.99 domestic shipping within the continental United States. So, if you order from all three stores, you're only going to pay $1.99 three times, which is not too bad. So, it's really cool releases. Today, I wanted to tell you about these releases that we have available right now in the stores. And Thursday, April 30th through the 4th of May, which is Monday, those 5 days, a 5-day period, we have $1.99 shipping. And I know in Boone's Overstock, and I'm pretty sure in Girder, and I'm pretty sure in Roxx too, that's store-wide. So, if you buy 4 or 5 vinyl, you're going to pay $1.99 shipping. Now, that'll be media mail, so if you want to upgrade it, you can. The other thing I really want to encourage people to do is purchase insurance for your vinyl. I know that Boone's Overstock and Girder both offer insurance. It's called hassle-free insurance for a reason. Say you get your vinyl and it's got some bad spots on it. I don't know about you. I have absolutely bought brand new vinyl and it had really bad pops, clicks. I opened up one brand new vinyl one time. I swear to God, it sounded like it was playing on gravel. It was just loud and obnoxious. It had skips, all kinds of things. That doesn't usually happen. I ship out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of records a year, and I hardly get anybody complaining. I'm just throwing out an example. Say you get that. Hassle-free returns if you bought insurance. If your item got damaged in shipping, hassle-free insurance. We'll work with you on that. So I encourage everybody to purchase insurance on your order. But here are the 6 new releases that are coming out. First up, from Girder Music and Girder Records, they're bringing you Shout on Splatter Vinyl, the album It Won't Be Long. I believe that was a 1988 album. No, that was 86. That was 1986. Shout, It Won't Be Long. an epic album featuring Ken Tamplin and a bunch of dudes that could play their socks off. It won't be long. Splatter vinyl. Here's the kicker: is it has 3 demo tracks as bonus tracks on the vinyl. So even though the album itself is the original issue has been available on vinyl, it's never been on Splatter. It's been remastered by Rob Caldwell, and it has 3 demo tracks on vinyl for the first time ever. You don't want to miss out on that one. Also, Girder Records is releasing Ken Tamplin, Axe to Grind on Splatter vinyl. This is going to be an epic release. It's never been reissued or remastered before. I mean, it had a KMG reissue, but that doesn't really count. They're not particularly for collectors. But it's been remastered by Rob Caldwell. I believe there's a good chance that the Gold Disc Edition CD reissue is going to have bonus tracks on it. The vinyl is going to be Splatter. It's too long for bonus tracks, so we're just lucky to have that on Splatter vinyl. Of course, it's going to have a printed inner sleeve. Both the Shout and the Axe to Grind will have printed inner sleeves. Be very, very special. It's an epic album by Ken Tamplin, Axe to Grind, and Scott Waters from NoLifeTilMetal did actually an all new. Well, it's not an all new cover, but he greatly enhanced the original cover, which was kind of lame. I didn't mind it, but what Scott did, it's fantastic. So you'll definitely want to see that. Those are the 2 from Girder. Also, right now, Limited Run Vinyls doing a launch right now. We're within the 5-day period right now from April 30th to May 4th, where we're pushing 6 new titles as pre-orders that are coming out right now. Shout, Ken Tamplin, and NoLifeTilMetal has Bangalore Choir. The title is No Target. It features David Reese, who was in the band Accept. He also did sing in Tango Down from Kibble Records for 1 or 2 albums. I think it was 2 albums, but I'm not really sure. But I know at least one. Anyway, Bangalore Choir is a great, gritty, hard rock, AOR metal album, however you want to say it. It's got an all-star cast on there. It is a mainstream album. It's not a Christian album. A lot of our stuff does cater to the Christian scene, but Bangalore Choir is not. But it is nonetheless a fantastic album on vinyl. And you'll also be able to get a limited edition CD. And right now, the Tamplin, the Shout, the Bangalore Choir, they're all limited edition 200 units, as is Roxx Records Recon Behind Enemy Lines, which has a camouflage vinyl on there. It's going to be epic. So Bangalore Choir is going to be black and like 50 red vinyl. So there's not very many of those. And I think the CD is only like 300 units. So you're going to want to get the Bangalore Choir quickly because it's going to sell out. Recon Behind Enemy Lines featuring George Ochoa, the guitarist on Weapons of Our Warfare by Deliverance and What a Joke by Deliverance. And the epic vocals of Vet Roberts on Recon Behind Enemy Lines. It's a classic. If you like Sacred Warrior, Queensryche, Iron Maiden, you cannot miss out on this. And with the camouflage vinyl, I can't wait. I cannot wait to get this. And it's also coming with a limited edition 300 unit, I believe, gold disc reissue. So don't miss out, man. These are going to be really good releases from Roxx Records. So support them. Go to limitedrunvinyl.com. And also, the last 2 releases are on Retroactive Records. And you can find those at boonsoverstock.com. But all you have to do is go to limitedrunvinyl.com. It will link you exactly where you need to go to get these limited run releases. And so our limited run vinyl release during this 5-day period is going to be, or is, Tourniquet, Stop the Bleeding. Classic album of epic proportions. Guy Ritter on vocals, Ted Kirkpatrick on drums. I mean, it's the classic Tourniquet lineup, and it's just a very special album. So remastered by Rob Caldwell. It's going to be a splatter vinyl. It's going to be like red and yellow and white or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I know that I'm pretty sure we got 3 colors going on in there. So it's going to be really special. It has a printed inner sleeve with never before seen pictures. Uh, I got to hand it to Ted Kirkpatrick, the drummer, and the guy behind the band Tourniquet, is that he takes his crafts very seriously and he loves the Tourniquet fans. So as much as Tourniquet fans love the band, Ted loves Tourniquet fans. And for Tourniquet fans, he spent hours and hours looking for pictures and bonus tracks for the CD and all kinds of stuff. So we're really excited about the Stop the Bleeding vinyl reissue. It's going to be part of the Metal Icon series because it's an iconic album that impacted the scene with an epic impact. So Tourniquet Stop the Bleeding, Splatter vinyl, limited to 300 units. We are going to have some signed ones, but I'm not sure when those are going to be available. I'm not exactly sure how many we're going to have. It's going to be very limited numbers. Those probably won't be available until later on. But right now, pre-orders are only for the ones that are not sealed. I'm sorry, the ones that are not signed. So we also have the Stop the Bleeding CD reissue of that. It's not a gold disc, but it has all the original tracks remastered by Rob Caldwell, and then it has 4 tracks that are bonus tracks. We have 2 demos and we have 2 live tracks, and these are all with the original early 90s lineup. So these are all within periods. So, on some of the past reissues, we had, different members, different vocalists and stuff on different tracks within those albums. But with this, Guy Ritter's on vocals on all the tracks, and we have members from the early 90s Tourniquet playing on all of the tracks. We also have CD reissues of Psychosurgery and Pathogenic Ocular Dissonance, and the same thing, where all the bonus tracks are all within the period of those releases. So live and demo, and it's really, really, really cool. So if these do well, you'll see vinyl reissues of Psychosurgery and Pathogenic Ocular Dissonance on vinyl as well. So be sure that you support the CDs and the vinyl, and we'll continue to work with the band as we're able, and provide fans with high quality collector's editions. They have like 16-page inserts, write-ups. It's going to be really, really special. So, and then the last one, and I'm as excited as I am about Tourniquet, and I am, because Stop the Bleeding is one of my favorites. Actually, Tourniquet is one of my favorite bands, period. But I do take special delight as a record label in putting out gems that have been locked in the vault and not seen the light of day. And I feel so confident in the Retroactive Records team about the quality of what we put out, that I am so happy when we get to find worthy candidates to get the Retroactive Records treatment. And when you buy our product, you're not buying a Buick LeSabre, you're buying a Lexus. You're buying a top of the line, high quality product, and the value is high. And the value of that product after you purchase it will be high as well. So it's not like you purchase it and then it's like, it's not worth anything. No, you buy Retroactive product, you buy Girder, you buy Roxx, the value of those releases are maintain their value, and they're great investments. But I am so glad that Rob Caldwell gets to remaster it, or has actually remastered it already. Scott Waters from NoLifeTilMetal gets to add his artistic touch to these reissues, and we get to market them and make them available to fans. So this band is Paradox, the Texas metal band Paradox, with the teased hair, the glammy outfits, the high soaring pitch vocals. In the words of Scott Waters, when you listen to Paradox, you don't have a drill sergeant barking at you. This is for fans of Recon, fans of Sacred Warrior, fans of Queensryche. Man, it's got hooks. It's so great. Like the hooks on these albums by Paradox are unbelievable. And this this album that's coming out on CD and vinyl is called Ruler, and it was a 1987 demo. And if there were a Hall of Fame for Christian metal demos, this would be a first ballot Hall of Fame, as well as the 1989 release Power and the Glory. But Ruler was their very first one that this Texas band called Paradox put out, and it is phenomenal. It is absolutely charming. It has hooks. It has Fernando, the guitarist, is just ridiculous. He is a guitar maestro, axeman of the highest proportions. And Manny Castillo, who is charming as can be, he just belts it out, man. And this band had offers from Intense Records. They had offers from Star Song Records. They had all kinds of opportunities to sign. And for whatever reason, things just fell through. They never put a CD out, never put a record out. All we had were these demos. And boy, did people love the demos. And Paradox has been one of the most requested reissues of all time for Retroactive Records. We've been doing this for over 20 years. So, funny thing is that I've been talking to Manny about doing a Paradox reissue for about 20 years now, like almost from the very beginning. And every time I talk to Manny, he's like, "Yeah, let's do it, let's do it." And then for whatever reason, either life would get in the way for me, or life got in the way for him, or the band, politics. I don't know. I don't always know. I just know that multiple times over a 20-year period, we were supposed to do a Paradox reissue, and it never actually came to fruition until now. This is a very special moment to announce that we have made available for pre-order Paradox Ruler from 1987, digitally remastered. It sounds so good. Rob Caldwell did magic on that. The CD is, I believe, 16-page insert. It's at least 12, but I'm pretty sure it's 16. Limited edition, 500 units. We have tremendous interest in this. So check them out on YouTube. They are insane, and they are so much fun to listen to. This is why you love metal, is for Paradox. So if you like bands like Recon and Sacred Warrior, and you like Christian metal, you got to check out Paradox. The vinyl is going to be limited to 200 units, 180 gram black vinyl. So it's extra thick for those deeper grooves. It comes with a black polyline inner sleeve, and it also comes with a 12x12 insert. So, and the Tourniquet actually has a printed inner sleeve too, and it has all these unreleased band picks that you've never seen before. So, but with Paradox, we have write-ups from Manny. We have write-up from Doug Van Pelt of HM and Heaven's Metal Magazine, and they're really special. They are really special. I mean, these are the ultimate collector's editions for Paradox. I know you Paradox fans have been waiting for years and decades. But I promise you the CD and the vinyl is going to be worth the wait. They are going to reflect just how special Paradox really is. So if you look down below, there's links to limitedrunvinyl.com. I'd love to hear from you. Please make a comment. Please click like, and please share this post and let people know about these great releases that are coming out. We need your support. It's one thing to be record labels that take financial risks where everybody gets paid, but we depend on our getting paid by teaming up with you, the fans, and serving your purposes and meeting your needs and your wants and desires. So thank you. Thank you to all of you that support Limited Run Vinyl and support the 3 companies that make up Limited Run Vinyl. And thank you for supporting our bands, because it's the greatest thing in the world when we can team up with bands and it's successful. It's a successful release for everybody. That means that we can continue to work with those bands, support them, and to continue to put out great Christian metal. And sometimes we do stuff that's not Christian, but we can continue to put out great metal and rock releases. So thank you so much. Go to limitedrunvinyl.com, purchase those CDs, purchase those albums, support these bands. Thanks so much.